Yes, OM System High-Tech Department. Yes, that's right. Yeah, always with the latest technology. Yeah, of course. Oh yes, boss. Yeah, yes. We need to upgrade the OM-1, the Olympus OM-1, to what? To OM-1 Mark II OM System. Okay. How much money do we have for that? What's the budget? Oh, as much as our telephony systems. Okay, I see. Well, I think I'm going to upgrade to what will surprise people most, okay? Yes. Right now, it's urgent. Okay. Well, I've got an idea, okay? I'm going to do it right now. Yeah, sure. Okay, then perfect, boss. Perfect. Okay, sayonara. Okay. That's it. My OM-1 is now an OM-1 Mark II, so we're going to speak about it. So let's start. Again. Yes. Oh, boss. Yes. Yeah. The upgrade is done. Yeah. Everything is ready. Yeah, we're going to send cameras to YouTubers, influencers, testers, all this. Yeah. Yeah, I've got one that is ready to send to Eric Gibaud. Yeah. To him not. Why not? Oh, because he's going to say what he thinks. Yeah, but this is the idea of a YouTuber, isn't it? Oh, he's going to say we're laughing at our clients. He has not seen the camera. Yes, you're right. So, how could he speak about all the upgrades we've made? What upgrades, boss? Oh, the logo. Yeah, you're right. You could speak about the logo. You're right. Yeah. Sure. It's better not to send anything to him. But maybe we'll make a video anyway. Maybe read the specs on YouTube, on the internet. I mean, on our website, and you may see there are not much difference. Well, never mind. We'll see what he does. Okay. Okay, boss. No problem. I don't send him any camera for testing. Okay, and we pray he will not give his opinion. Okay, boss. Sayonara. Yes, Mr. and Mrs. OM System, you are completely right. The best jokes are the shortest one. So why don't you use the sentence for yourself? Because the thing is, first, this video is not to say that the OM-1 or the OM-1 Mark II are bad cameras. They're fantastic cameras. I actually still use the OM-1 as my main camera, so I've got nothing to complain about the camera, okay? This video is about this upgrade. What have you done? The reason for it? Where is OM System aiming at? What are they doing? This is a big question. This is what I don't understand. And this is the point of this video. So let's start now. Let's start directly in the subject. Although my video started as a joke with a sticker, okay, with a small paper, actually, I saw the video by Tony Northrup yesterday. He got the rumors about what this camera would be before today. That is the big day for them, and I think he's right. I think when GIP bought the photography division of Olympus, they had some time, some delay, some few years. They could use the name Olympus, but then they had to stop using it. Because it's actually what we see in this camera. Because apart from the logo and the buffer size, there's no difference, okay? So almost no difference. At least I would say no difference that could not be made with a firmware upgrade, a simple firmware upgrade. Now they said the autofocus with AI can detect different type of subject. That could be probably a firmware upgraded, okay? The IBIS now goes from 8 to 8.5 stops. Yeah, that's little difference, and I believe it's not a physical change, but a better algorithm, nothing else, okay? They said Pro Capture now 120 frames per second on single autofocus and 50 frames per second on continuous autofocus. Well, the OM-1 already has that, okay? Then the buffer size, that will keep from 92 and now it goes to 213 pictures. The buffer is a small memory. When you do continuous shooting, while the pictures are getting written on the memory card, they hold these pictures, and the larger the buffer, the longer you can keep shooting without the camera slowing down or stopping, okay, until everything is written on the card, okay. So that's a good point, and this is probably the with the logo the only physical change, okay. Then they say now high res 14 bits color. It was already like this with high res. And then the big lie, the live ND and the live GND. I say it when I reviewed my OM-1, leave the link here. This is not a real ND density, neutral density filter. It is a simulation of long exposure, which is really different. This name is misleading. Actually, in the manual, it's written like a shutter drag effect or something like this, okay? Or long exposure effect. Because many people will think, oh great, I don't need to use any ND or GND. I will activate this and it will cut light. It does not cut light. When I reviewed it midday on the seaside, I had to close the aperture or put a real ND, because what it does, it actually makes a video and then it stacks all the frames together on top of each other and it looks like a long exposure, but actually it does not cut light. So if you think that with this you will not need real physical ND filters, if you do like flash photography and you want to cut the ambient light and you normally use a physical ND filter and you think you will activate this, no, that will not work. So if you look at the sample picture they give, it's in the woods, a river, when it's not too much light, and yes, this works because there is not much light. But if you're in bright light, that will not work because it does not cut light. So this is really a big lie. So honestly, I don't see the point of changing, of upgrading this camera. The only reason for me is, yes, the obligation to change names, because they could have perfectly called it OM-1S, like they did with, I think it was the OMD E10 Mark II S or Mark III S, I'm not sure, okay? And just say, yeah, from now on, you have a larger buffer, and the name is now OM system, and that's it. They don't need to make all this fuss about a new camera when this is nothing new. Yeah, few improvement, that's just a simple software upgrade, firmware upgrade. So honestly, that's not honest for the client. And the price, 2,400 euros. 2,400 euros. I don't say it's expensive or not, but if you compare to the OM-1, that's not logical. There's nothing new in this camera that justifies this new price, okay? So we're going to have a look at the alternative within OM system and with other brand, okay? So honestly, no sense to call this like a new camera, something wow. No, it's still the same, okay? A few tweaks and that's it. Honestly, I think people expected more changes. Like maybe the 25 megapixel sensor that you can find on the Lumix G9 Mark II. I know there's not much difference, but as Olympus wants to specialize in a niche market like animal and wildlife photography, this is probably the photography style that needs more reframing. So the more pixel you have, the more you can reframe, and otherwise you need to have expensive long lenses. So honestly, I know that 25 megapixel is not much difference. Maybe they would not get such a burst rate, or maybe not as good in high ISO. I don't know. But people expected something different, something new, something more than this, okay? More than this. So let's look at the alternative. Within OM system, I would recommend the OM-1, the first version. That is cheaper, 2,200 euros, more or less. And it basically does the same as this. Yeah, you don't have the GND and a few things a bit different. Okay, and the buffer is smaller, but if you don't need this large buffer, why spend this extra? You don't need to spend this extra. And if you want a reactive camera, the OMD 1X, you can find it secondhand, is a great camera. And as I said earlier, that great camera, the OM-1 and this one, is probably a great camera. but in 2024 you expect something more, okay, something more for that price, okay. And yeah, is it still a good camera? Yes. If you could make a bird flying 3 years ago, these birds still fly at the same speed, so you can still make the same picture, no problem, okay. But in technology, if there's a new version, you accept some some steps ahead, not something really similar, okay. So if we look at the competition for this 2499, yeah, what would you get? You could get the Canon R6 first version for 1,999 euros, or a Mark II for 2,899 euros. It's a bit more expensive. A Nikon Z6 Mark II you would get for that price, or a Fujifilm X-H2 for 2,149 euros, which has more resolution but is less reactive, or an X-H2S that is probably more active and 26 million pixels for 2,550 euros, or a Sony Alpha 7 Mark IV for 2,699 euros. It's a bit more expensive, and lenses will be likely to be more expensive also, but still to give you an idea, okay? Or you have the Fujifilm X-T5 for 1,869 euros, public prices, okay? No offer, no special deal, no, okay. So there are some alternative possibilities, okay? But I think people did not want an OM-1 Mark II, on OM-1 Mark II. They wanted a much better OM-1 Mark II or something else. What's about the successor of the OMD EM10 Mark IV? This is the entry-level camera. They had it like for 4 or 5 years already, and no news of the OM10. We want an OM10. People want this to start. Many people are begging for the Pen F Mark II, and no news either. Why not? Well, probably because they don't want to spend money. They don't want to invest. They want to go on a safe market, the market that people are likely to have more money. They will buy the top of the range and then some extra expensive lens, all this, and they're just ditching the entry level. It sounds like it. I hope it will not be this way, but it sounds like this. And right now, the impression, I actually made a video that I lost trust in OM system. I'll leave you the link here. And now I'm even more worried because it looks so much like they're just trying to make as much cash as they want, then sell the patents and the ideas, all this, and stop it. Okay, it sounds like this. So I'm worried. Okay, so if you love OM system as much as I do, because I love the product, okay, and you want this, don't get this OM-1 Mark II, get the OM-1 first version and save a bit of money, or get an OM-5, okay? But don't forget that the big problem with OM system is also their price policy. They start with a really high price and then they just dump the price, okay? So that means if tomorrow you want to sell secondhand what you've bought, you're going to lose money. The OM-5 started at, I think it was 1,400 euros, and now you find it for 1,200, okay? Very often they make an offer with a lens included, an expensive lens included. So many people decided to sell their OM system and Olympus cameras or lenses. They've lost a lot of money, not because the market don't want these lenses, just because OM system price policy kills it, okay? You cannot, if you look at the OM-1X secondhand, it costs about 900 euros, okay, secondhand. But why this? This camera, when it came out, it was almost 3,000 euros. But then they made an offer before stopping the production. It was like something that cost like 1,300 euros. So if you bought for 3,000 and you want to sell secondhand, and at the same time OM system was selling for 1,300, what are your chances to sell for a reasonable price? None, okay? So that's a big problem. I don't know what they're doing. I'm worried. I still think they're great cameras, but they are badly managed by people who, I don't know what they're doing, honestly, okay? So that's my opinion, okay? I'm sure I will have offended some people. Sorry about it. But this is my opinion as a client, not as a YouTuber, as a client, okay? I buy my gear, okay? And you're fully you have the right to disagree with me. I don't mind if you comment. If you don't insult me, no problem. Give your opinion, okay? I'll just give my opinion, okay? So thank you so much for watching the video. If you feel it may interest other people, please share it on social networks. If you have not done it yet, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. The small button down here is a small bell. If you click on the bell, you will get notified when I upload a new video. My website, ericgibaud.com. If you have any question, you can leave a comment below. Also leave you links of my gear on Amazon, links of everything I reviewed by K&F Concept, Sandmarc, and Flashes by Westcott, more affiliated links, and also a link to my PayPal account in case you wanted to make a donation. Thank you very much. Please take care of yourself and see you soon. Bye.